Hey, what's up guys, it's Kyron. I reckon my Twitch chat is getting really annoyed at the hey what's up guys, it's Kyron because I keep having to redo this take. And welcome to my Billy Hatchin' Giant Egg tutorial series, where today we will be covering Sand 3. Sand 3 is one of the hardest levels in the run, and to show that I'm going to do a quick run through the level with some top level strats that are RTA viable, so you get an idea of how scary the level is. However, do not be deterred, I will be showing off lots of safer strats that'll help you get through this if you want to do your first runs, or if you're just not comfortable with the top level strats, because some of them are actually very difficult, some of them I don't even do, depending on the pace of the run. So the first is that trick. There will be a lot of alternatives to that one. It's very easy, but it does look very daunting. As long as you get those beads against the wall, it doesn't matter how many times you hit them. I just do the egg dunk there because it's nice. And then you need at least 3 through here. This dinosaur can be a bit of a problem. It's fine though. Just know you might lose some time because of that fruit drop. It happens, honestly. Yeah, so we're actually going to abandon ship on that egg there. I kind of got up in an awkward spot, so it took me way longer than I actually really intended. So here's the main kicker. So yeah, we have to jump off the slide like this. And then we have a hella precise long jump like that. That is probably the one trick I wouldn't recommend for first time runners, because it is really difficult. Like, yeah, the trick where I did the blind jump may have looked difficult to some, but yeah, it's not hard. Also, that trick's really easy as well. And then there'll basically be a cutscene here that plays, and then we walk forward to the emblem. I don't really want to play the cutscene right now, so we will actually break down the entire level. Okay, so the first trick of the level is pretty simple. We're going to do a dash jump off this slide over to the other end. There's a little corner cut. So you'll see that there are like 2 little dashes on this white slope that Billy's standing in front of. We're basically going to jump off the second dash and hold up left to make it onto the other side, like so, and that gets us across like so. I'm going to end this little bit of recording here because I'm then going to explain the KyGU. Yeah, give me a sec. Hey guys, this is Kai. This is just a quick edited in thing because I completely forgot to mention it in the tutorial. But the KyGU trick does not work on PAL or NTSC-J. This is because when you try and go through the quicksand, the egg essentially despawns. So you can't actually make it to the switch with an egg if you try and go through the death plane. It's kind of just weird, so you have to kind of like do a different strat, which I will explain a little bit later into the video. Okay, gamers, so if you want to understand like what just happened in that trick where I went underground and basically I couldn't see what I was doing, but I still made it on the other side of the room, then this is going to be the explanation essentially. So it's hard to like get the camera up there. So basically, we jumped through the death plane, and out of bounds, we rolled onto this platform here. Because the platform is quite simple, we actually don't need our eyes. As soon as we land on here, we then just dash jump all the way down here. And by that point, the camera sorts itself out, and then we can just continue on as normal. So I'll just run through everything you need to know about doing that without your eyes right now. Okay, so this will be okay, words, lads, words. Alright. So this is going to be the breakdown of the KyGU. But before we do that, we need to just explain every little part of the trick bit by bit. And definitely the hardest part is the first part, which is the death plane clip. The KyGU consists of a death plane clip, a roll, and then a dash jump. And that's basically it. The death plane clip is definitely the hardest part. So this platform has a flaw in NTSC, well, has a flaw in all versions of the game where you can just slip through the crack here, and without actually having to open this gate up. And that is done by just jumping off the edge and then holding back into the edge. So you just slip through the little gap between the death plane and this edge of this platform here. It would look something like this, and you'll fall through. In order to fix the camera, you need to keep holding into the platform the entire duration you go down, because then you sort of hit the camera trigger. Fortunately, we cannot hit the camera trigger and do a KyGU at the same time, which is how we were trying to lab the trick in the first place. Oops. ignore that one. That happens. Just make sure you're holding up left and your angle is sharp, and that won't happen to you ever. Cool. So yeah. Sorry, I just getting over the fact I just died there. So yeah, we're going to then perform the death plane clip again now. So we'll do the second part of the KyGU, which is the roll. Essentially, you just want to roll forward the moment you go through the death plane. So it will look something like this. Your camera will give, if you have like rumble on your controller, you'll feel the slightest rumble in your controller when you hit the ground. You want to like wait just a few frames after you hit the ground and then get up, because if you jump immediately, there's a chance you'll just roll jump and fall off the edge. Right now I'm in recovery frames, which is perfect. During those recovery frames, you just want to nudge the camera to the right and then dash jump forward, and that will essentially get you across the gap. So nudge, dash jump forward, and as you can see now I'm at the end. And that's basically everything you need to know about the KyGU. It's a pretty hard trick, but before we continue, I'm just going to explain some other ways you can actually do this, because the KyGU is actually kind of technical. And if you're starting off, I can see how that would be deterring. So let's just restart. Both these strats are going to require you to touch the switch. Hit the switch. You can do the death plane if you want to, but I would definitely recommend doing this switch. So this is going to be known as a sign boost strat. It's not a sign jump, do not get confused with a sign jump. What you're going to do is you want to go through this blue hoop like so, and then do not move at all. You then want to line up your camera straight and grab your egg again, and you want to start egg bouncing. This is similar to flower jump in 1-2, where what you're going to do is when you bounce down, you're then going to hold towards the sign on the left and just keep holding that direction for the entire duration. So from this point on, hold towards the sign, roll jump, and you'll make it across like so. That's the easiest way to do it, and it's fairly fast. If you don't like YOLO anything, or say, if you don't YOLO, if you do it very fast, it's very fast. Of course, that makes no sense. Chiron, you're a genius. In fact, let's just show it off really quickly again before we move on to the next strategy. The camera can be awkward, I just like to mash left trigger until it sorts itself out. But yeah, you want to make sure you're going through this hoop. Yeah, like so. As you can see, you can hit the switch very quickly. It's lovely, beautiful. But if that's still a bit too much for you, then we have one final strategy. This is definitely the easiest of the lot, but it's also the slowest. Yeah, again, we're going to hit the switch. And this time, what we're going to recommend is you then dash jump into this green ring, and then just go over the blue hoop. The blue hoop is actually kind of slow, but the reason why we go through the blue hoop in the previous example is because it sets up for that sign boost perfectly. We're then going to grab this purple egg and push our white spotted egg into this corner. And now we're going to perform a trick known as a death bounce. Essentially, you're going to egg bounce on top of this egg, and then as you descend, you're just going to hold this wall, and then as you touch the egg and go up, you just want to let go, and as you see, you'll just get height, and you just want to keep stacking that height until you have enough just to get over, like so. That's essentially how a death bounce works. It's a very easy trick to perform. It takes a bit of time to get used to, so I'll just show it off one more time. Make sure the egg is in the corner, egg bounce, hold into the corner, as you bounce up, release, and you'll just get up like so. Then just dash jump across like you would do it in a KyGU. And yeah, if you do it well, you should only need one bounce. I'm now going to stop this recording and explain the beat room. There we are, alright. So, essentially when we enter this beat room, there's going to be a triangle in front of us. The one that's just above the U on the pause. I like to basically go into the rightmost corner of that, dash cancel, and then walk to the left corner. And this will try and attract the bees to come at you together, like so. So as you can see, the bees are together, and then we're going to bring this bee over to this wall like so. Stay close to the bees so they don't walk off, and then just hold against that wall. That will get them to inflate quickly like so. They just want to grab this green comb egg because it grows way quicker than this white spotted egg. Any combination of 3 fruit will max out this egg, but if you get pineapples, then you can just pick it up in 2, essentially. So now I've picked up 3 fruit, we're now just going to mow through these dinosaurs. The bee room can be a bit problematic, just make sure you're close to the bees and they lure you together. It's a pretty simple movement. Okay, next part is statue jump. So, as I said, the next trick that's coming up is probably the hardest trick in the game. Or one of the hardest tricks in the game. This is called statue jump. So essentially, we're going to dash jump over here, and with one... Okay, I should actually explain that bounce very quickly. So what I do is I egg bounce and roll into it, and then as the hoop comes all the way up, I hold a gap on there like so. If you want to do something safer, you can just air roll, roll, like so, and get up very quickly like so. And then we have this dash jump over here. You can make it into that hoop with a dash jump. Dash jumping is the quick way, but it's also the most risky. You can just egg bounce on the edge and roll like so, if you feel like you might not make it with a dash jump, because it is quite a tight jump. It's very easy to mess up. Also, I should have stated in the previous part, yeah, you need a small egg in order to perform statue jump, because the jumps we're going to, the platforms we're going to be landing on are too small for a giant egg, so we need to be using a small egg in order to perform this trick. So this is going to be very difficult to explain. But essentially, I'm going to dash jump off this edge, and then we're going to land on the slide. So let's just do that bit quickly. And then I'm going to turn left here. Now, I can't really explain it whilst it's paused, but in this middle cone of your health bar, there's a corner of the slide that I like to look at as a reference point. I like to line up to that corner, essentially, and then I like to hold right up until the next corner, like so. And then, as I approach this torch, I like to go through like so and land on it. It's very hard to explain how to do this jump. It definitely takes a lot of practice. In fact, I don't even know how to describe it. Just know that, yeah, this is going to take a lot of practice. I would definitely not recommend this for beginners, hence why I'm not really explaining it too much. But if you land on it like so, you just want to egg bounce onto here like so. And we're up. And now this is the kind of the hard part of the trick. And yeah, again, never recording, just in case I mess this up. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely the hard part of the trick for some people. I think definitely landing on the torch down there is the hard part, but we can all agree to disagree. So we need to jump from here to that platform where the green ring is. And it might look simple enough, but it's actually a really tight dash jump because of that wall there. If that wall wasn't there, this dash jump would actually be really free. But because that wall's there, it's now really complicated. So how I like to do this dash jump is I like to dash on this line that Billy's standing on, and then sort of hold very slightly up and left, not into the notch because that's way too sharp. So somewhere in between that, and then just hold straight as the camera sort of corrects itself. So it should look something like this. It's very tight, as you can see. Like, you're always going to hit that lip as you do it, and that's basically the statue jump trick. And then you just want to come through this ring, short hop out of this ring, dash over here, dash cancel, roll, roll, come over here, and now we'll perform this easy trick like so. You basically are going to clip through this wall, and basically the easy way to do this is to push against the wall and then just run against the wall like so. You can also just get out here by doing a corner clip. I'm just going to corner clip here just to show off the fast way of doing it. I'm glad that was found recently because now I can just show this off as much as I want. Yay. The fun way to do it is just the wall ride. That's what I do. Very simple. And at this point you're just going to walk forward, hit this middle ring to start a cutscene, walk forward, grab the emblem. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to explain a couple more things before we actually finish this level off. So if you don't want to do statue jump, then you have like two options from this point on. And well, basically you have one option essentially, which is the slide. The slide is about 8 seconds slower than doing statue jump, so you know it's not a big deal if you even go for the slide at the end of the day. The thing you want to decide now is, do you want to do it with a small egg or a big egg? I would recommend actually doing it with a big egg because it actually gives you more options, makes a lot of the jumps easier. So we will be doing this with a big egg. But now because we have a big egg, we have to do the rings like that because a big egg is way harder to do the single ring jump than doing so. Also the dash jump here is much more free with that. And then we just want to come over here. I definitely need to say watch the input display how I do that because it's like really hard to describe. So yet again we have to do a dash jump over here to get on the slide. You've already seen how that was in the statue jump explanation. But if you find that jump too difficult, you can just do a sine jump like so. About to here, the camera likes to turn, that's fine. Just bounce into sine, and then sine bounce, turn the camera with the L button, and then jump into these rings like so. Do not jump on the X's, those are fake outs. Except for this one. This one's trustworthy. The next one's also a fake out, so I like to hold left and then just jump before the X. Because that X, yeah, again, if you jump on the X, you'll just go over the ring and die. It's not fun. You can jump on these X's as well. And that's basically the slide. And then you just want to dash over here. Jump, release the egg, and go through the wall. Hit the text box, and that's basically everything you need to know. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's finish off the level. That's going to sound really strange for stream because all I did was just pause it, and in editing I'm just going to put like a bit in between that pause. But yeah. Yeah, it's cutscene plays. There'll be a text box, just mash A/B through it. Like so. And then the camera always faces behind Billy, so you can just hold forward and you'll grab the anthem. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Sand 3. If you haven't done also already, go join the Discord. The link will be in the description, and if that link doesn't work, then go to speedrun.com/bh for the link itself. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/KyRun for more Billy Hatcher speedruns and tutorials. Poggers. Goodbye, everyone.